YANISS, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Regional News. We start off with some news in the Caribbean, where Jamaicans prone to respiratory illnesses have been warned to take precautions as swathes of the country become covered with a hazy Saharan dust. The phenomenon is expected to be concentrated on the island for the next 3 days. Several times a year between spring and fall, a thick dust cloud known as the Saharan air layer makes a 5,000-mile westerly trip from the northern African desert to North and Central America with trade winds. The Meteorological Service of Jamaica has confirmed that this year's plumes of dust are much thicker than in previous years. With the global COVID-19 pandemic already posing fatal risks to persons suffering from respiratory conditions, Karen Crossman-Johnson, environmental health specialist in the Ministry of Health, said that the Saharan dust could inflame vulnerabilities to residents who suffer from respiratory conditions. The health specialist also said that the Saharan dust could result in increased reports of allergies, eye, and skin irritations. Therefore, persons have been urged to avoid going outdoors unless necessary, and when not indoors must wear face masks, long-sleeved clothing, and wash their hands regularly. Meanwhile, following the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service's update over the past weekend, in which severe dust haze was recorded on Sunday, the Environmental Management Authority issued precautions to citizens yesterday. The authority, which maps the country's air quality index, noted in an advisory that unhealthy levels were recorded. And now for some news in Barbados. A Barbadian national photographer who was responding to a report that a man was killed at Bishop's Court Hill, St. Michael, was attacked and killed yesterday. Christoph Griffith arrived ahead of the police. The incident occurred at an abandoned residence of the Anglican Bishop of Barbados, where some workers were on the job. Bishop Michael Maxwell was among those at the scene. The Media Association of Trinidad and Tobago extended condolences to the family, friends, and colleagues of Griffith. The Association of Caribbean Media Workers said it condemns this act and all other ruthless forms of attacks on journalists and the media throughout the world. The Barbados Association of Journalists and Media Workers also issued a statement. And finally, a group of 29 global investment firms that manage a $3.7 trillion investment fund are demanding meetings with Brazilian diplomats around the world to call on right-wing President Jair Bolsonaro's government to stop soaring deforestation in the Amazon rainforest. The investors, led by Norwegian insurance and pension firm, sent letters to Brazilian embassies in 7 countries calling for meetings and expressing concerns that Brazil is rolling back environmental protection laws, according to a statement that included in a copy of the letter. And I quote, "The escalating deforestation in recent years, combined with reports of a dismantling of environmental and human rights policies and enforcement agencies, are creating widespread uncertainty about the conditions for investing in or providing financial supports to Brazil," end of quote, the letter said. Environmental advocates blame Bolsonaro for weakening protections and causing a surge in deforestation and forest fires since he took office in 2019. Bolsonaro has argued that Brazil is a model of conservation while calling for more mining and farming in the Amazon region. Brazil's foreign ministry did not respond to a request for a comment. And that's it for Regional News this evening, and I continue to urge our viewers to wear those masks, stay at home, and practice social distancing. Back to you, Travis.